Fast forward, my man will say a more cover and brought channel your social swamps. I'll say a pop creation television. Podcast stories are training me Chris big headlines. Near Jemre, na EDB Axum Ewaha. Need me on Braxim say ende. EDD can you message to me and subscribe to the channel. Hit on notification bell, share a map of friends to answer into me. Can be an idiom. I will leave you a comment under the comment section. And make sure when your cases are in sir. Young writing sim.
Fair to all sides. Have you heard President Mahama from the time the notice of suspension came, or from the time he received, say the Chief Justice is guilty?
No.
Never.
No.
It is for good reason. Yes. Allow the process. Trust the process.
Yes.
That is what you do in a democracy.
Yes.
Have you heard President Mahama on platform attacking CJ before or prior to? No.
No. No.
In fact, in the case of CJ Torkornoos, for the record, her approval in Parliament was bipartisan. Was bipartisan. Both NDC, MPP, MPs, even in the hang Parliament, unanimously supported her approval to become the Chief Justice. Okay. It was a greater confidence in her. President Mahama, as we say, anticipated that the things in the petition will happen. Is it by way of clairvoyance?
You make
okay.
Point.
Yeah. So moving on. So let's just see, how we move forward as a society. Because listen, no matter where it is, bottom line is the interest of Ghana. That is what we all must look at. The interest of Ghana. You cannot use the GBA. Look, I have my phone full of messages from lawyers and lay people. Very, very disappointed in the GBA. So look, if we are getting this one, you even must be the one to even ask for the next extraordinary meeting. Yeah, she should lead it, because now you've been embarrassed too much. We can't take this from you. So she should lead it so that we'll reconvene. Then we will cancel this resolution. We'll cancel it, because you can't put the bar into such a, what you call it, disrepute. Look, my phone is full of messages from lawyers. People are very upset. People are very, very, very upset. Maybe you should interview Efua that, look, why did she drag us into this kind of thing? I mean, yes, we want some opposition. We don't want a GBA president who is not to be aligned or secretly aligned to the NDC. That's why I supported you, but not this type. This brazen kind of partisan, like it looks more like MPP agenda. No, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good on the bar. I think we have to reverse it, like the way Oliver said it. And I think it will restore credibility to Efua Gatti herself if she leads the process. Yes, you send a resolution at the request so that people would request. And then it will be seen that you listen to the bar, and you heard that, well, where the bar went with the purported resolution, it's damaged us. So you also lead the rehabilitation so that we go back and then undo this. Because otherwise, it will go down in history that you came and all you sought to do was just a partisan agenda for the NPP. Yes, because that's what it looks like. It doesn't, come on. It doesn't look good. Because if you see Efua Gatti in MPP dress all over with her husband, it looks very bad. It looks very, 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 very bad. Very bad. Let's do something to restore confidence in the bar association. Because now, you've given opportunity for lay people to take pot shots at us. Pot shots. Everybody say everything. The bar is disappointing. The bar is hypocritical. The bar is MPP. All that. No. Let's do something about it.
So let me, so that I'll just run up. And there's another aspect of the demand of the GBA that we'll get into. So to the extent that the suspension could be described as merely administrative, the president doing so not alone, but in consultation with or acting upon the advice of the Council of State, it's essentially perfunctory.
Absolutely.
So why should a perfunctory administrative function be administered by a legislation?
I think that His Lordship Justice Dateba envisioned a situation we have today. So if you look at Ransford France, and just for the record, you know the lawyer who argued Ransford France? It was my company law lecturer then.
Your senior was him. He came by amicus curia.
So that time, the EC had decided to create the 45 new constituencies in 2012. Then Ransford France, led by his lawyer, the Honorable Joe Gatti, my company law lecturer then, approached the court and said, the same Article 296C should invalidate the process because per Article 47, the Electoral Commission had not come out with CI to guide the May appearing in 47 on the creation of new constituencies. And then His Lordship Justice Latiba also, even for the sake of argument, assuming there is even a non-compliance, it does not invalidate the decision taken. It's clear in the decision. Then he now proceeded to now draw the categories and says that, but if you're a quasi-judicial body, at least let people, so the Judicial Committee, for instance, of the National House of Chiefs, you should have some CI, at least so that persons appearing should, for instance, have an idea. If there's a petition against me, what's the timeline to respond? Like CI 47. So people can prepare. And these things ensure procedural fairness.
Right.
This thing ensures a certain level of candor. However, if the decision is not adjudicatory, then the requirement of 296 does not even come in. More importantly, Alfred, is the question that, and in this specific case, where the prima facie determination is not adjudicatory, and in this, you know, like the particular case of the CJ, with the opportunity to appear before the committee, should go with her lawyers, should call witnesses, the petitioners have the opportunity to call witnesses, their testimonies will be cross-examined. At the end, inferences will be drawn from the evidence. That's adjudicatory. So there's so much clarity.
That place, I'll disagree a bit.
What?
You see, when you look at it, if we are talking proper, if we are talking pure law, as I said, not in it. When you take a decision that affects somebody's rights, okay, a decision, anything you're going to take that affects somebody, is judicial or quasi-judicial. There can be no argument about it. So if the person is CJ, and you are suspending the person, there is some quasi-judicial...
Hold on. In Ransford France, I beg you.
France.
No, hold on, I'm coming.
Proper,
so I am coming. But you see, His Lordship that about when he said reference to quasi-judicial, he proceeded that by quasi-judicial...
Nti we ensem ahodo etimi call so channel yi so high population television. Ya mishraw on Trevor so yemre ewo ha. Omari so bitimi subscribe, share, hit on notification bell na emma ebusuaku no emu enye kese. Ya mishraw se obeka busuaku no. That's an so bad here bi edom yenia. Ensen hyiamu na yensum o kwan so kra. Ha population television. Me that's so yemre.